Evolution usually operates on a painfully slow, tedious timeline, relying on minuscule genetic adjustments over millions of years. But roughly 1 million years ago, Homo erectus broke that rule. Our ancestors experienced a massive, sudden doubling of their brain volume. This chart maps hominid brain fries over time. Notice the flat baseline of primate history, followed by a sudden, violent spike upward. Orthodox science credits tools, fire, and a meat-heavy diet. Yet mathematically, those adaptations cannot account for the sheer velocity of this leap. Mainstream anthropology faces a massive, unexplained void in the origin story of human consciousness. The timeline contains a leap that existing models cannot reconcile. In his book, Food of the Gods, ethnobotanist Terence McKenna proposed a radical alternative to fill that gap. In his stoned ape theory, McKenna argued that direct botanical intervention triggered this cognitive leap, moving beyond random genetic mutation. Human evolution was actively hijacked and accelerated through chemical symbiosis, triggered by the ingestion of external psychoactive compounds. Humanity ingested its way into higher consciousness, fueled by the chemistry of the forest floor. Severe ancient climate change and rapid desertification forced our early primate ancestors down from the dying jungle canopies. They found themselves exposed on the expanding African savanna, where survival meant tracking migrating herds of large grazing ungulates. Driven by hunger, hominids foraged through the manure left behind by these herds, searching for insects. There, growing directly out of the dung, they discovered the psilocybe cubensis mushroom. This desperate dietary adaptation brought a highly potent, mind-altering chemical straight into the daily biology of early primates. This pyramid illustrates how the evolutionary impact of the mushroom functioned on a strict dose-dependent scale. At a low dose, psilocybin provides slight enhancements to visual acuity, specifically edge detection. This subtle chemical advantage turned early hominids into vastly superior hunters. At a medium dose, the mushroom induces an increase in sexual arousal and temporarily dissolves rigid primate social hierarchies. By dampening the territoriality and aggression responses in the primate brain, these regular doses fostered organic, cooperative tribal units. This chemical ego dissolution led to more stable social bonds and higher reproduction rates. At high doses, the psilocybin compounds completely overloaded the primate brain's symbol processing centers, sparking vivid, intensely complex internal synesthesia. The primate brain was overwhelmed. In a desperate physical attempt to vocalize and share these abstract inner visions, our ancestors produced their first symbolic sounds, giving birth to spoken language and early shamanic practices. Human language and early religion emerged as biological necessities. Our neural hardware developed these tools to navigate the abstract world revealed by the mushroom. As the Ice Age concluded, the African climate shifted again. The landscape dried further, and the once abundant mushroom became incredibly scarce. Deprived of this constant, ego-dissolving dietary catalyst, the peaceful and egalitarian gatherer societies began to fracture. Without the chemical check on primate ego, humanity experienced a severe cultural regression, giving rise to fiercely patriarchal, territory-driven dominator cultures. This leads to McKenna's most tragic conclusion. What we currently call recorded human history is largely the story of a species suffering from profound psychoactive withdrawal. Today, we attempt to replace that ancient catalyst with highly processed alternatives. We consume alcohol, sugar, and modern synthetics that merely numb our senses or accelerate our anxieties. Our current chemical diet actively and deliberately blocks our innate, deep historical connection to the natural living world. Whether you view McKenna's timeline as absolute biological fact or speculative anthropology, it serves as a critical philosophical reminder. Our minds are inextricably tied to the Earth's biosphere. Recognizing this ancient chemical symbiosis offers an invitation to recover our cosmic awe and cure the deep spiritual crisis of modern humanity.